Hello, everyone. It's Nicola Ratte from Travel Only, and we have a special Explore the World coffee chat today with Stephanie McDonald from Royal Caribbean International, who is my guest today. And as we are chatting about traveling and learn a few things about Royal Caribbean and Stephanie along the way. So, Stephanie, what was one of your earliest or favorite travel experiences?
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for having me on today. I'm really excited to talk about travel. It's been such a long time, and we cannot wait to get back in the water. One of my favorite travel experiences, oh my goodness, I don't even know. I've been doing this job for just shy of 19 years, and I've traveled to a lot of places with this company, which has been amazing. I think probably one of my favorite. Oh gosh. Anything that puts me on a cruise ship, I'm a happy camper. Put it that way. If I'm on board, I'm in a good place. And every single experience I've had has been very unique and different depending on where in the world I happen to
Mhm.
go to. So they're all, I can't say that one is better than another, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and I have known you over 10 years now, I think. And how long have you been in your current role with Royal Caribbean?
My current role I've been in since 2007, but I actually in August, I'll be 19 years with the company because prior to that, I actually worked on board, which gave me such a unique experience in my 20s to travel all over the world and
Mhm.
then be very, very fortunate that when I was done working on ships, that there happened to be a position open in Ontario, which they're few and far between because once you get one of these jobs, it's kind of hard to leave it.
Yeah, it's true. And I know like Royal Caribbean has very innovative ships. Like that's what they are known for with the Bionic Bar and all the Aqua Theater and all that. Like, what do you think is Royal Caribbean known for?
Well, we're very much known for a quality product. So that's one thing. We're a multi-generational, family-oriented cruise line, but there's so many different layers with Royal Caribbean. If you are a family, we've got a great product for you. If you're a couple on honeymoon, maybe you are multi-generation, you want mom and dad, grandma and grandpa, the kids, or just a girlfriend's getaway, whatever there is that you're looking for, we have a product available for you because we have smaller vessels, but we also have the largest cruise ships in the world that has so many unique experiences on board that there is literally something for everyone.
Yeah, that's true. Like I have been on the smaller ships and the big ships, so I really enjoy the experience. So and with Canada still being pretty much closed and having trouble coming even back into Canada, how does Royal Caribbean foresee travel rebounding as the world is starting to open up?
So we actually are starting to open up a little bit quicker. I mean, my company is based out of the US and I reside in Canada as well. So with them, they're going to be starting sailing in the next couple of weeks. We're going to have cruises out of the Bahamas. We're also going to start sailing out of the US in a couple of weeks, I think about middle of July. And so they're going to do that for a little bit. And eventually, when things start to open up in Canada, then we will already have all of our protocols and all of our policies in place as to what we're going to be doing on the ship that I think it'll be very comfortable for Canadians once we can leave the country to be able to go on a ship and knowing that we've gone through all of those policies and products and things that we're doing on board for the last however long, maybe a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of
Mhm.
months by the time Canadians can go, that we're going to be really well versed in what that is and prepared for more guests to come on board. So when Canada's ready to travel, Royal Caribbean is going to be ready to have Canadians come on board.
Yeah, that's great. And I think with the sea trials, right? Like, so Royal Caribbean made lots of changes due to COVID. So, what are some of the changes? Probably the buffets are gone, I'm assuming. So,
Definitely not. We're not getting rid of the buffets. It was we took it when we said something about things being a little bit different when we come back on board right away. There was conversation about the buffets. We will still have the buffets because they're amazing, but instead of you serving yourself, we'll be serving it to you. So it might look a little bit different.
Mhm.
But we have for years on ships, and even when I was working on board, we have always been very high in regards to like sanitizing things, making sure that areas that are touched on a regular basis are constantly wiped down before you go into any food area, making sure that you have either washed your hands or you have Purell coming on and off the ship. So things like that we've been doing for years. We will continue to do that, and then even more so. And then just changing a few of the things along the line that, well, actually nothing's been put out set in stone because things are evolving and changing so quickly. So we hope that it will be more of a back to normal when our guests do start boarding, meaning hopefully they won't have face masks. Hopefully there won't be, we'll have more guests on board. Hopefully we'll be able to do all the same activities, and that will start to evolve as things start to change. There is the mandatory vaccination, having people with double vaccine or those that I believe one of the vaccines is only a single, but still making sure that our guests that come on board that are over a certain age are vaccinated, so that when we are on board, we have a little bit more of the normal experience that we've had in the past.
And
but things are changing every day, and as things start to evolve, things will still start to change. So it is a very new environment for all of us, but we're just happy that we're finally being able to get back in the water.
And the crew is fully vaccinated as well, right? Yes.
Yeah, we're actually in the process of vaccinating all of our crew. As we start to sail with our guests on board, we will have 100% vaccinated employees.
Wow, that's amazing. So back to you, like what do you think are the top 3 destinations for Royal Caribbean?
It depends on what you're looking for. I've been fortunate enough to cruise to Northern Europe a few times and do Scandinavia, Russia. I think Russia for me was one of those areas that I never thought I'd go to in my life, and it was such a unique experience. I did the fjords in that area as well, which is beautiful. So if you're into scenery, doing something like the fjords, or on the flip side, doing Alaska. Alaska is one of those things that people seem to have on the lower end of their bucket list, and I personally think it should be at the top of your bucket list.
Yes.
There's so much to see and do in Alaska. It is one of the most beautiful destinations I've ever been to. But then, I'm a Caribbean girl at heart. I'm happy to go down south. So, I mean, it's literally our middle name, Royal Caribbean International. Nobody does the Caribbean like us.
Yeah.
It's a great experience. Every time I go, I have so much fun, and I love the warm weather. So it depends on what you're looking for when you're looking for it.
Yeah, and so I don't really need to ask you what is your favorite cruise itinerary, because you kind of answered it, and
all of them.
You like all of it. But I also know, I think you really enjoy Coco Key, like your private islands. Like I like Labadee, but I also like Coco Cay, but you especially like it, I think.
I do. We've got 2 private islands. So we have Labadee, which is in Haiti, which is an absolutely beautiful beach day. And then we have Perfect Day at Coco Cay, which we just introduced a few years ago. We had the island as a great beach day for a number of years, but we completely revamped it. And I am such an active person that Perfect Day at Coco Cay literally has something for everybody. We like to say that you can either chill or you can thrill. I'm going to go for the thrill every time at the water park or the zip line or the up and away hot air balloon. But if you want to chill, there's beautiful beaches. There's a lagoon pool to hang out at. There's so many amazing experiences for you. I always like having a private island on my Caribbean itinerary because it's like a sea day with sand. It's like being on the ship, but then you're ashore.
Yes, that's true. And I know Royal Caribbean too, you already kind of mentioned families and multi-generational, and I think Royal Caribbean is also known for their autism program. Is there anything else you would like us to know? Or?
Definitely. The Autism Friendly program, we're so proud of this. I don't know exactly how many years ago, maybe about 4 or 5 years ago, we started the Autism Friendly program where every one of our staff have done the training for it. And then our youth staff have another level of the training. And then we're able to accommodate guests on board that, maybe somebody in their family is autistic. And there's so many different levels as to things that we can do, whether it be special meals that are made for them, special activities and such that we have in the Adventure Ocean Youth Program, giving mom and dad a phone or a pager so that when the child's in the program with us, we can get a hold of mom and dad at any time, which in all honesty, that's more for the parent than the kid. But it is a phenomenal program, and it does really, really well. And
Mhm.
it's so unique that we have this on board Royal Caribbean. It just We are that family cruise line, and we don't want to keep anybody out from having that great family vacation. And so this is such a great experience
Mhm.
for the entire family on board.
And I think too, they get pre-check-in, no? Like they get into the fast lane to can check like for check-in, like
Yeah,
boarding.
definitely part of it is on the day of embarkation. It could be a little bit daunting for a child that's autistic to go through the regular check-in process. So we actually have a priority check-in process for the guests that have a child that's autistic, so that we can get them on the ship right away. We can get them more familiar with their surroundings right from the beginning.
Mhm.
We also offer something called the social story, which prior to the cruise, the parents can download the social story and they can start having the conversation with their child or with the family as to what to expect. Because part of autism is consistency and having the same very similar routine every day. So you can imagine going on a ship, or going on vacation, you're completely outside of your routine.
Comfort.
So starting that conversation with the child and getting them ready is such a key part of it as well.
Yeah, that's so amazing. Yes. And so what do you think is setting Royal Caribbean apart from other cruise lines? I know it's like innovations and
We're in a class of our own. I'll be perfectly honest with
that's
you,
so
with the amazing innovations that we have on board. Things like flow riders, surf simulators. We've got zip lines on our ships. We have aqua theaters. We offer Broadway shows on, like, full actual Broadway shows on some of the ships. We've got things for families to do, for couples to do, for basically anybody, whatever your level of activity
Mhm.
or your lack of activity. If you want, there is something for you on board a Royal Caribbean ship. And I love it I'm personally a really big fan of the big ships. I love an area that we have on the ship, which is Splashaway Bay, or the H2O Water Zone, which is kind of a little water park for the kids. Because if you are cruising with kids, they have a whole pool deck space for them. But if you're not cruising with kids, there's a whole pool deck space for the kids that it keeps them out of the other pools. So, like I said, there's something for
Yeah,
everybody.
that's true. Yes, excellent. Um, so if you could travel anywhere in the world, I know it's probably the Caribbean, but like, where would you go?
Honestly, right now, if I could go anywhere in the world, I would just go anywhere. That's the thing. I would just go, get me on a cruise ship, have somebody else making my breakfast, lunch, and dinner, have somebody else making my bed every day. That would be amazing. But honestly, I think right now that the easiest one would be just to get down to the Caribbean and get on a ship and just enjoy a little bit of R&R on board. Um, and I miss the shows, I miss the nightlife, I miss all of those things that none of us have been able to experience for so long. So yeah, I think if I had to say today, where would I go? I'd probably go down to the Caribbean because it's the quickest place I can get to.
Yeah, so that's true too. Yeah,
Yeah.
I I'm in the same boat. Like I would jump on any ship, like anywhere, as soon as the borders open, you know. So
Exactly. I'm a flow rider fanatic. I love the surf simulators on our ship, and I don't want to lose my skills, so I need to get back down there and go and experience it again.
yeah, does Royal Caribbean still have the private lessons for the flow rider, or not private? It's just like a small group.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the flow riders are usually open all day and they're complimentary, but in the evening they do have some lessons if you want
Yeah.
to, or you can rent it out for just the group of you if you
Oh,
want.
that's cool too. Yes, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
All right. I think we're at the end. So thank you so much, Stephanie, for joining us today. And it was a pleasure having you. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in. And have a great day, everyone.
You're welcome. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a royal day. Hope to see you
Yeah.
soon on board.
Bye.
Bye.